Just say I was at all soybeans and $150 an acre loss. You're looking at $450,000 of loss. For just doing my job, I'm paying an additional $450,000 instead of making anything. I've never seen a crisis like this. Without intervention, we're talking about generational loss of farmers.
In the last year, farm bankruptcies here in Arkansas have nearly restored. A handful of companies have built a global system in which they always win and American farmers are lucky to break even, all supported by our tax dollars.
They're just laundering tax money. None of it stays in the local community.
And while our farmers are dependent on growing crops for countries like China, we import more of our food than ever.
The bigger story is we're very vulnerable to the whims of other countries.
To $350 per acre.
Adam Chappell farms 2,400 acres about 2 hours from Scott. In September, Adam and Scott attended a meeting called for farmers to speak to their federal representatives.
Hundreds of farmers from across the state came to voice their concerns about the current state of farming.
It was a three-day notice on this meeting. We went from having 15 to 20 people to over 500.
We were in the start of harvest. For 500 farmers to get off of combines and go stand in a meeting is a big deal.
It was like a funeral in there. This is generations of farms teetering on the brink.
I'm in the worst shape right now that I've ever been in.
5 of my customers have committed suicide. That's how serious that is.
Without immediate government intervention, we're going to lose 30 to 40% of our farmers again this year. We lost 25 to 30% last year.
Farm debt is expected to reach $560 billion this year, a new record high. Facing pressure from farm states, President Trump has promised a federal aid package for farmers.
And we're going to take some of that tariff money that we made, we're going to give it to our farmers.
Over the last 8 years, the federal government has sent farmers over $130 billion in emergency aid. But when you follow where that money actually goes, it reveals who's really profiting from this system and why more bailouts won't fix it.
So when I get an aid package...
All right, folks, buckle up, because what we just saw in Arkansas isn't just a crisis. It's a ticking time bomb wrapped in tractor grease and political talking points. We hit the ground to see exactly what's going on with American farming. And trust me, what we discovered has more plot twist than a Netflix drama written by a caffeinated intern. Welcome back to Global Post News, where we take national headlines, flip them upside down, shake them a little, and show you everything that falls out. Now, let's dive into the mess. Let's kick this off with the money, because in farming, like everywhere else, the cash tells a story. And in Arkansas right now, the story's looking uglier than a pickup truck with 3 flat tires and no insurance. Over the last year, farmers have been staring down declining crop receipts while staring up at input costs that just keep rising like they're trying to win some kind of inflation Olympics. You'd think farming would get easier with better machinery, smarter seed, and high-tech everything. Nope. Instead, costs for those shiny improvements have been pushed so high that farmers are basically paying premium prices for the privilege of losing money. Arkansas growers told us they're paying more for fertilizer, more for seed, more for chemicals, more for fuel, pretty much more for anything that isn't optional. It's like ordering a burger and fries, but suddenly the fries cost $30 and the ketchup is a subscription service. Meanwhile, they're selling their crops at prices that barely move the needle. At the end of the season, many farmers aren't just earning less, they're earning negative. Imagine working all year and then owing the world money because you tried to feed it. That's the Arkansas reality. And if you think those numbers are bad, wait till you see the hidden villain sneaking up on every farmer's bank account like a cat hunting a laser pointer. Here's the next plot twist that nobody asked for: interest rates. Yeah, I know, boring on paper, brutal in real life. With interest rates sitting higher than a country singer's falsetto note, Arkansas farmers are trapped in loan payments that feel like they're being billed in blood instead of dollars. Every year, farmers rely on operating loans to cover the insane upfront cost of doing business: seed, fertilizer, repairs, diesel, even labor. But with rates up, those loans cost a whole lot more, turning every borrowed dollar into a boomerang that comes back twice as hard. Arkansas farm economists warn that farmers are effectively financing their entire season at break-your-wallet prices. Think of it like trying to run a marathon while carrying a refrigerator on your back. Every step hurts. Every month feels like a new payment punch. And the kicker? Even if farmers have a decent season, the interest can swallow up whatever small profit they manage to fight for. So yeah, high interest rates may sound like something Wall Street bros lose sleep over, but in Arkansas, they're sinking family farms faster than anyone wants to admit. But trust me, the pain doesn't stop at interest. If this crisis was a movie, bankruptcy filings would be the jump scare moment. We've got a full contact financial meltdown brewing, and bankruptcy numbers are the scoreboard. Chapter 12 bankruptcy filings across the country already outpaced last year, and Arkansas isn't just participating, it's leading the league with more than a quarter of filings in the region. Let me paint this picture. Imagine a line of farmers so long they could wrap around the grain silo, each one stepping forward to say, "Yep, can't make the payments." That's what the Arkansas ag scene feels like. The brutal combo of weak crop prices, inflated input costs, and those interest rates we just roasted are pushing family farms off the financial cliff. And these aren't weekend hobby farmers who grow tomatoes beside the garage. These are families who work the same soil for generations. People whose grandparents built barns with their own hands. Farmers who wake before sunrise and don't stop until the stars come out. And now they're signing legal papers that basically say, "We tried, we lost." The weight of that is crushing. And when farms fall, rural communities fall with them. Schools close, local diners shut down, hardware stores disappear, and the countryside gets quieter every year. Bankruptcy isn't just paperwork. It's the unraveling of an entire way of life. And if the financial crisis wasn't bad enough, here comes the curveball. Low commodity prices that make even good crops worth chump change. All right, let's talk soybeans, rice, corn, cotton, the heavy hitters of Arkansas agriculture. Prices for these crops are sitting so low you'd think someone accidentally left the market on clearance mode. Farmers can't demand higher prices because the global grain giants, Cargill, ADM, Bunge, control the buying game. Farmers don't get to negotiate, they get told. That's not a market, that's a hostage situation with extra paperwork. To make matters worse, trade drama has messed up export patterns. China used to be the big buyer of American soybeans. Now it's been shifting purchases to Brazil and Argentina. And guess what? The same corporations squeezing American farmers, they're major investors down there too. That means even when American farmers lose business, those companies still win. Talk about playing both sides. So imagine busting your back growing beautiful, high-quality soybeans, only to be told, "Sorry, we can't pay much for those, but thanks for trying." It's enough to make any farmer want to scream into a grain bin. But this crisis isn't just economic. It's emotional, personal, and deeply human. And that takes us to the hardest truth of all. Now let's hit the part that statistics can't capture, the human cost. Farming isn't just a job in Arkansas. It's identity, heritage, and survival all rolled into one. But right now, farmers are telling us they're at their breaking point. We heard stories of families who've kept land for generations suddenly talking about selling out because they simply can't hold on anymore. One farmer told us the atmosphere at a statewide meeting felt like a funeral. And honestly, that tracks. Mental health struggles are skyrocketing. Some farmers admit they wake up every morning already stressed about markets opening and go to sleep worried about bills. Others speak openly about neighbors who didn't make it through the pressure. The crisis is breaking spirits before it breaks bank accounts. And it's not just farmers. Whole communities suffer. When farms shut down, small towns lose their backbone. Stores close, schools shrink, jobs disappear, roads get quieter. What used to be places buzzing with tractors, church picnics, and Friday night football slowly turn into ghost towns. This isn't just the decline of an industry. It's the erosion of rural American life. And after seeing all this up close, we've got to talk about what you can do next. If you want real reporting that digs deeper than the headlines, smash that like button, drop a comment, and hit subscribe. Tell us, did you know the crisis was this deep? And share this video, because the more people who understand what's happening, the better chance we have to push for real change. Stay sharp, stay curious, and stay tuned to @Global Pulse News.